All right, welcome back to day two of the NVIDIA Spark GB10 or Dell GB10 unboxing. So what I have on the screen right now is where we're going to try and get you today through this little tutorial. All right, on the left, we can see the NVIDIA DGX dashboard. This is currently showing us system memory availability and GPU utilization of the GB10. On the right-hand side is an admin dashboard for a proxy server that is fronting for multiple OLLAMA instances on that box. So today I'm gonna show you how to install two concurrent running instances of OLLAMA on this server. So let's get started. So in day one, we did a simple unboxing. So we saw the box, we took a look at its outside and its ports. So between then and now, what we simply did was we simply just plugged it into the wall, and then we plugged in a monitor and a mouse, and we followed some on-screen directions. And basically, it was accepting the end user license agreement. It was creating the root account, root password, downloading the latest updates, of course, because there's always latest updates. Rebooting a couple of times, setting up some network configuration. It was very straightforward, very boring. It was all UI based, so I'm not going to bore you with that now. What I do want to show you next, which is interesting here, is that you're going to want to go to this website, so build.nvidia.com/spark, and from this website, this website will come up on the Spark box, on the GB10 box, or you can get to it on your own. I'll put links in the description text down below the video. And you're going to want to download, whether you're on Mac or Windows, you're going to want to download this utility. And what this utility will do, it'll install, and it'll give you this little utility that will allow you, this Workbench utility, to do a couple of things. And so those that utility, it will allow you to log into the box and will open up this dashboard that you see on the left-hand side. So using your root password that you've created, and it will give you this dashboard. The other thing that it'll allow you to do is when you launch that little utility, it'll allow you to bring up a terminal window. So you can bring up a terminal window, and you can see where you are. You can see what processes are running. You can do all of those fun terminal activities if you want to do it, and it's also customizable. There you can put some more custom apps on it. You can actually launch VS Code, and it connects in. There's some really cool utilities. We won't get into the details right now. What we are concerned is that you can install this sync app. It runs on your local machine, on the local network that is on the same network as the Spark. And then you have this dashboard, which is just kind of running and showing you what's happening. Okay, so now hopefully you'll install that. You'll see this on the left-hand side, and you're up and running there. Nothing too much more exciting than that. All right. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to install OLLAMA. So you can go to ollama.com and you can do the install package. So again, some boring command line stuff. So you can do the manual install. You can do a Docker install if you want. Here's all the details. Again, I'll leave the links in here. It's very smooth, very straightforward. Just follow the instructions here if you've ever done a Linux install, and then boom, then you're in. Okay. So you're going to then have your Linux install up and running. So that's going to get you in a really good place. But that's going to only basically get you the single instance up and running. So what you're going to want to do is, or what I would recommend is, because that single OLLAMA instance doesn't have any security available. It's just an open port that allows you to to connect and ping. You're going to want to put some sort of proxy in front of that you can use. You can set up some user accounts, set some security keys, but more importantly, you can do some load balancing. You can have a nice user interface. And so I've decided to choose this proxy, powered by Paris Neo's OLLAMA proxy, and you can find that. Let me find the link here. Let's see, that is going to be over here. So I'll put the link down. This is the GitHub link. So Paris Neo's OLLAMA proxy server. There's some instructions down here. Encrypt everything. So it's got a very easy installation script and run the installer. You bring up secure admin, you create an admin account, and it's really, really that easy. Okay, so you'll have one instance of OLLAMA running, but again, that's not your ideal situation. So what you really want is you want to really play around and have some fun. You're going to want to have multiple instances up and running, so you can really challenge yourself, challenge the system, challenge your software. So in order to do that, you're going to need to create some configuration files. So there's a let me bring up the site here. Again, I'll put the link down below in the description. So here you go. Oops. Running multiple OLLAMA instances on one machine. So I will put a link to this up by Marcel. Really, really excellent. Gives you straightforward, tells you how to set up the template service file, gives you some recommendations on what that will look like. You can go through here. Again, very, very straightforward. Let me share with you really quick my configuration, just so you can work from that as a template. So give me a moment. I'll bring that up. So I will open up the terminal using the DGX tool here. So let me get over to etc default, and let me cat OLLAMA instance 1. So I've set it for this host. So I'm going to not set it for localhost or 000. I'm going to put it on port 11434. I'm going to, we only have one GPU, obviously, so it's going to go to GPU 0. I'm going to set it for keep alive as 0, so I'm going to unload immediately the model after use. Timeout is -5. OLLAMA maximum load models, I'm just going to have one model load at a time. 2 parallel requests, 64 in the queue, and debug off. Let's take a look at the second instance so you can see the difference here between the two. So all of this is going to be the same with the exception of the port number. So 11436. So the first one was 11434. The second one was 11436. So when you restart your command control and your Linux system brings up both instances, you're going to have 2 instances running. And so you're going to come into your proxy server here, and you're going to go to your server management. Let's make this a little bit bigger here. You're going to come into server management, and you're going to add your 2 servers. So you're going to put the server name, whatever server you want, instance 1, instance 2. You're going to put the server URL, the server type, OLLAMA. The key, there is no key to get to it because you haven't. I haven't set up any keys for it. And then you add the server. So we've got 2 instances running. And then once you have it running, you can go and you can manage each instance. So this is really cool. You go to manage the models, and then you can start pulling models down through this interface to load and unload them. And loading and unloading is very simple. So you would type in the model you want to load. So you just type it in here in the model name and then hit pull model, and it will download it for you. And then you wait a few minutes, depending on your network connection. You can go back, or it should auto refresh. You manage, and then you can see it. Now you can manually load it in, so you can load that into memory, and then look at that right there. You've got some memory usage showing, but because the configuration I've set up is to immediately unload it, it immediately unloaded it, and so that's why we went back down to full memory utilization available. So if we go to our chat playground here, and we say, when did the French Revolution begin? ? And we hit send. We're going to see on the left-hand side, we're going to see that our model loaded up. We see our GPU utilization spike up. We see our time to first token was about 3 seconds. I'm sorry, 4 seconds, 3.98 seconds, and 43 tokens per second. So which model did it use? Well, if we go back to our server management, so it should have used server 1 first. Let's go check to see. Let's see, model manager, I think it goes. So they're all set to priority 10. So I'm not sure which one it would have used first here. Let's go down to usage stats. So it's using any one of these. What did it just use here? Well, we'll have to, it used instance 1. I haven't used instance 2 just yet. OLLAMA, 6 models, manage. Oh, let's see. Let me go to the chat playground. Sorry. Oh, I used auto. There we go. So I selected auto up here. Silly me. Forgot that that's what you use. So if you wanted to select a specific one, like so if we wanted to use the Granite 3.3 latest model that was loaded, we would select that one and say, you know, what was the significance of the Franco-Prussian War? And we hit send. It's going to use the Granite 3.3. So let's see what happens here. So again, we see the model load up, GPU utilization. So now we see the time to first token 4.6. It's a little bit of a smaller model, and 42.22 tokens per second. And then the model immediately unloads. So this should be for model 1 up here, or for instance 1, and we should be able to use instance 2 by selecting this one and just say, what is, or let's see, who did the Americans declare independence from? Oops. Let's leave the spelling error in there, see what happens. So we see the model load up, 6.3 seconds. There we go, 61 tokens per second. So July 4th, 1776. So let's go now to the usage statistics. So our proxy server will show, it's still showing PMA instance 1 is our number 1. Over here, we have model usage, which models are getting pulled, our requests based on day, peak usage hours. We have our users. So I have 2 users set up right now. I have an admin user, and then I have a demo user. So I'm using, I've created a demo user. You create users, and then you create keys for these users. We're gonna explore at a future date these keys that are then going to be used by our N8N service to connect to the proxy. So we'll create an N8N service both on a local machine in the local network, as well as an N8N service that's hosted in the cloud, somewhere way off in the cloud, and we'll demonstrate that using this user and the keys, we'll be able to connect to it, and then we'll run some N8N workflows, connect to it, and then we'll watch the system run, we'll watch the network latency, and we'll watch the token activity. So that's going to be it for, and then there's a dashboard. So it shows you some CPU usage and the instance online. So that's going to be it for our day 2. So to summarize, we've got, we plugged the device in, we accepted the end user license agreement, we put in a root user and password, we updated the software and connected on our local network. And then we put that into our server closet. We downloaded on our local machine a tool that allows us to connect in, and that is available from NVIDIA here. That's this tool, the NVIDIA Sync tool. Once we downloaded this, we can then launch from that tool the DGX dashboard, which shows us this here on the left-hand side, system memory utilization to allow us to do some updates as well. And then we installed OLLAMA from the command line, and we access the command line again using this tool, the NVIDIA Sync tool that we downloaded. That tool allowed us to open up a terminal window, and the terminal window allowed us to log in, and then we can log in as our user, and then we can sudo if necessary, or we can create other users as well to perform any sort of terminal-based interaction. And then once we had OLLAMA installed, then we went and installed this proxy. So the proxy was installed. That gives us this capability. And then once the proxy was installed, then we followed the directions here from this site. Again, I'll put it on there. Thank you, Marcel, to create multiple instances of OLLAMA running. And then once we have multiple instances of OLLAMA running, we come in here to server management. We add those servers to our proxy. And then once our proxy is up and running, then we can come in our chat playground, we can test. And then when we test, we can see that we're running. So hello, how are you today? And let's see what the system thinks, how they are today. I'm just a bundle of code, but I'm running smoothly and ready to help. So that's it for day number 2 of our Spark and our Dell GB10 video series. I hope this was interesting to you. It was very interesting and exciting for me to walk through these steps. So I hope this was helpful when you're setting up your Spark. I hope you give me a like and a subscribe as we continue forward on this journey together. So thank you and have a great day.